Today's tutorial, we are making this very beautiful, classy, elegant and comfortable dress. So this dress has a bell sleeve and guess what? It is cut together. There is no joining on the shoulder. It's a combination of this transparent furry fabric and the plain crepe, a good quality crepe fabric. Now before we proceed, take a pause, hit that subscribe button, make sure you have subscribed, okay? So a quick question here, how much do you think this dress should be sold for? Let me hear your comments in the comment section. So right now we will begin with cutting the plain fabric. So I'll take this to the floor so that we can see properly. So I'll be folding this into two. I've already folded the whole 3 yards into two. You can see. Now take your fabric from the area that's unfold, slant it towards the other edge of the fabric like you see on the screen. By the time you've done this, you should have like a cone shape on your fabric, just like I have on mine. Now what I'll do, since I'm making a gown, I'm going to use the bust measurement for the circumference I'm working with. Now the bust measurement is 40. I'll divide 40 by 4. That will give me what, 10. Now since my fabric is folded into 4, I'm going to look for a place close to that sharp edge we have, a place that matches that 10 inches we need. And I'll keep checking until I get the exact place that can contain 10. Now I've gotten that point that is up to 10 inches, which you can see right there. I'm going to mark that point and then I'll roll across that point, and that will be my start. Now regardless of the measurement you're working with, the same procedure would work for your body measurement. Just divide your bust by 4, whatever you have. Look for the area around that sharp edge where it can contain the measurement you're working with. Is that clear? Now the next thing I'll do now is to mark the length I want this to have. Now the length I made this flare by the sides. I made this flare about 38 inches by the side. Remember, you still have like the yoke area. So I made it 37 by the side, and then the center, I made it up to 47 because I wanted it to be longer, obviously longer, significantly longer than the sides. So I'll go to the side and mark the measurement I want to work with on the side, which is 37 inches. I'll mark it right there. Then I'll go to the center and mark the measurement I'm working with for the center, which is 47 inches. Then I'll simply connect both lines or both points, okay? If you want yours to be equal, you don't want any place to be longer than any place, just mark the same measurement all through your hemline, and that will be that for getting the length. Now once you've gotten the length for your dress, simply cut out on the hemline and also on the chest line. You see that straight line we created? I forgot to mention that it will serve as our chest line because we'll be attaching the yoke directly on the chest line. Yep. Now we are back at the cutting table because I want to show you how we can go about cutting that yoke with a cut together bell sleeve. So you already know the usual. You fold your fabric into 2 equal parts and then fold into 2 again, giving you 4 layers, right? Now the good news is that this will not be having any zipper, so pay close attention. Now I tried marking this on the fabric directly, but the chalk wasn't obvious. I tried different colors of chalk, so I had to get this pattern paper. Alright, so we'll be placing it on the fabric. Now the first thing is to get your chest length. I placed my tape from the start of the paper all the way to 8 inches. Add your stitching allowance and then mark. We're going to roll across, so the length of this yoke is 8 inches. Alright, next is to get the neckline. Please follow me. Now for the wideness of the neckline, we're going to place our tape from the center of our paper. The edge, will place our tape right there, go in by 3 inches. 3 inches, that will serve as the wideness for the neck. The fabric I'm working with is quite stretchy. Now for the depth, I'll be using 2 inches for the depth of the neckline. So after marking 2 inches, I'll connect that 2 inches to the 3 inches for wideness, and I'll get my neckline. Now the next thing you do is go to that your chest line, the circumference of your bust, divide it by 4 and mark it right there. So my bust circumference is 40 divided by 4 is 10. I've marked 10. Now from that point where I had 10, I'm going to create like a slant. The slant should have about 2.5 inches extra at the hem. So you can see what I just did. Now this slant I just added will give that bell sleeve effect. Remember, we are not cutting the shoulder line, okay? So this right here is all we need to do. Now you can see me cutting out. Yes, I'm cutting out very carefully, very mindfully. I'll cut out that area and also cut out the neckline. Guys, the sleeve I use is a long sleeve, okay? So the paper was not long enough. I had to add extra to the sleeve. So you're going to measure from your shoulder all the way to your sleeve length. That's what will show you the sleeve length you are working with, all right? So I'm cutting after cutting out, guys, this is what I have. You can see that there is no joining, there's no shoulder line joining, there's no armhole joining. Do you get? Okay, so this is what I have. You can see. Now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to get my v-neck for the front. Now to cut the v-neck, please locate the center of the neckline for the front piece. Make sure you are not cutting both front and back. Make sure just front you're cutting. So I just located the center and then created a v in the random v neckline. I made sure it's not so deep because this fabric is extremely stretchy. It is so difficult to work with this fabric. Very difficult to work with this fabric. It's so stretchy. Now the next thing you do is to cut out the band for the neckline. So I made it 4 inches wide and as long as the circumference of the neckline. Okay, I've gone ahead to iron hairstay on it to make it firm. Now you can see me pinning this round about the neckline. I think this is self-explanatory. So pin up. You see this fabric here, as I was pinning up, you can see that the neckline kept on getting wider. I had to intentionally start freezing in the fabric together to avoid extra expansion. Like, this fabric is just wonderful, if you get what I mean. It will stress life out of you. So after pinning up, this is what it should look like. Now go to the sewing machine and stitch down round about your neck line. After stitching, please keep that aside. Now let's cut that drop thing at the center front of that dress. Now you need a pattern paper. Just cut a triangular shaped pattern paper or cut directly on your fabric. So first I cut the maxi triangle. I made one obviously bigger than the other and then I cut a smaller triangle. Go ahead, iron your hairstay to make it firm and then interface. So guys, we're back on the yoke. Now the next thing I want to do is to apply the bust circumference. So this is how I do it. I place my tape from the center of the front piece and then I divide my bust circumference by 4, which is 40 by 4. That will give me 10. You can see that I notched 10. I'm notching it because I can't use a chalk on this fabric. It won't be visible, you get me? So I'll place from the center on the other side as well, and I'll notch at that point where I have 10. You can see that, right? Good. Now once you've done this, you are going to repeat the same thing for the back. Where we just notched is the front, we are going to repeat the same thing for the back. Now once we have done that, the next thing we want to do is to, now those areas I notched, you mustn't notch yours, okay? You can just use a chalk to mark it, but I notched mine because chalk no great show. Okay, so now the next thing we'll do is to close up the sleeve area. You close from the edge of that sleeve up to the point you marked or notched. Do you understand what I just said? You're going to close from that point we notched all the way to the edge of the sleeve. Now if you've done that, this is what you would have. Now you see that triangle we just created. I have gone ahead to iron my hairstyle and interface it, because we need to attach it to this yoke before we finally attach it to the full dress. You can see, right? Now I have gone ahead to secure the flaps with the yoke. I'm using pins to secure. Okay, you can see that I've held the flap on the center of the neckline of that yoke. You can see that, right? Now the next thing we'll do is to attach the full dress. The full dress is that flare we cut at the beginning. Now this is my flare. I'm going to notch the side because I don't want to mix anything up. So this side and the other side, which is open, at the sides. Okay, now make sure you pin the center of your flare to the center of your yoke. You can see the way I'm holding the center of my flare to the center of my yoke, and then I'll secure with a pin. Secure one layer to one layer. Okay, yes. Now after pinning up that center, you can now go about the other areas securing with pins. All right, so the joining of this my flare is by the side. There is no joining at the back. There is no zipper. There's no zipper. That's what is giving me joy. No zipper. So you can see that I'm just going around about, pinning up, pin up. There's nothing like armhole. Everything is got together. The flare is got together. The yoke is got together. After pinning up, my guys, see what it looks like from the front. Now I'll go ahead and I'll keep pinning till I pin up the sides as well. After pinning up, I simply stitch those areas where I pinned up, and voila, you guys. This is pretty. Now I'll go ahead and interlock. You can call it interlocking, but in Nigeria we call it weaving. Okay, I'll go and weave those rough edges. This fabric was really a hassle to work with. The fabric is very stretchable. I'm grateful it came out pretty nice. I mean, thank God for experience. So the next thing I'll do now is to add that beautiful pleating we had at the hem of the sleeve. It will give the sleeve that weight, that full volume it should have around that bell area. Okay, now so sharp, I cut about 5 inches for each of the pleating. I fold them into 2, stitched down on the sewing machine, and then went ahead to start creating the pleating. Each pleating had about 2 inches block. After creating the pleating, I went ahead to add it to the sleeve. Very easy, very, very easy. And with that, we've gotten to the end of this tutorial. Bye guys.